this is the year where you get to do Christmas differently. We all know this is a really hectic time of year for Queenagers. I was just reading a survey which said that it's women who are behind 90% of all Christmas present shopping and wrapping, and maybe even if you don't celebrate Christmas, you feel the pressure of that around. So at our December noon circles, which are happening all over the country, we're going to be discussing how we can have a better experience of Christmas this year. Maybe how we can put up a few boundaries so we don't end up kind of back in the situation where sometimes we find ourselves. Maybe we don't need 10 different kinds of vegetables. Your Christmas table doesn't need to look like the Waitrose Christmas advert. Remember, lots of the stuff in the culture around Christmas is really there as marketing to make us buy more, spend more, feel the lack, so that we go out there and are good capitalists and spend some money. Maybe we don't need to fall into that trap. And so, what we're going to be discussing is whether you're hosting your entire wider family or just doing it with some friends. We've got some friends coming this year. Or maybe you're choosing to spend Christmas on your own. We just had such a great chat with one of our circle hosts who was talking about how she actually loves spending Christmas Day by herself. She's a great cook, so she cooks a lot and has leftovers. She spends a quiet day watching the telly that she likes and listening to the kind of carols and all that kind of thing, and having a nice time. And she actually doesn't really want other people there, but actually people know her Christmas is so nice they keep turning up. She was complaining that actually she quite liked to be on her own and she wasn't going to get a chance to be this year. So whatever form Christmas takes for you, it should be a time where you get to do at some point something that you really love. It shouldn't just be a whole maelstrom of dealing with what everybody else wants it to be while you run around feeling a bit ragged and never doing anything that you want. I remember in one of our very first noon circles, which happened in December, talking to a Queenager down in Cornwall who was saying that she spends her whole Christmas making kind of gluten-free this and vegan that and hundreds of different kinds of meal options. And I said to her, well, what do you actually like to do? She said, I like to sit down under my Christmas tree with a glass of wine and listen to the carols from Kings. And I said, well, do you get a chance to do that? She said, hardly ever. So she promised us that that year she really would do that. And she sent me a picture on Christmas Eve of her sitting under her Christmas tree, which we sent out to everyone at noon. So we really can do something different because we can't change other people, but we can change ourselves and how we react to things and our intentions about what Christmas is going to be like for us this year. So if that resonates with you, maybe come to a noon circle, or if you're knowing that Christmas is going to be a bit tough, we're going to have a Twixmas noon circle online so everybody can kind of share their experiences. So sign up for that. But whatever you're going to do this Christmas, make sure that there's a bit of time just for you and it's not about servicing everybody else. Thanks.